So one of the things I've noticed since I brought the chair that I had fixed the arms on that was in the garage into the house is I noticed these little pieces of plastic on the floor a bunch. Once I saw one piece, it's like, okay, I don't know what that's from, but I'll set it off to the side and try and figure it out. And there was more and more, and eventually I figured out what it was. So on this chair, there is this headrest section that moves up and down with this slot, and this knob is supposed to go in through there and in through this little piece on the back side to hold this in place. Well, over the past, who knows, probably 10-15 years, I would say probably at least 15, this rubberized plastic thing has finally decided that, okay, I'm done. Which, that's not too surprising. So I need to make a replacement piece for this that will go in behind here and behind here on the chair, and not in something that will tend to crack the plastic of this, because this is easier to replace than these pieces. So I need it somewhat softer than these pieces, so if it pulls, we don't break the chair. But I need to try and make a new piece. So we shall see if I manage to come up with a way to make this out of something such that this will work and it won't cause problems and break. So what I mean is, I don't want to make it out of aluminum. I don't want to make it out of oak. Probably soft pine or maybe even plywood, so it's not as hard, but will still work. So we'll see what I can find. Looking down here, it looks like this piece is part of what had broken off, and on this side, this piece is what's part of broken off. So I think what I'm going to have to do is try and take this section apart, maybe take this thing off so I can see it from the back, so I can get a better idea, because I think that's supposed to go the whole way across, which would kind of make sense based on the size of the pieces and the shape of the pieces, because I think they went up like that, and these other pieces on this edge do look like they are broken off. So we'll see. So first let's take the pieces apart so I can get to things a little bit easier. Alright, got that out. And I did have to take those little pieces out, and now that is much more loose than it was. Put those back on so I don't forget the way they were. And then work on trying to put back all the pieces so I know about how big it's supposed to be, so I can figure out some of the sizing. Alright, well that's more or less what it looks like. It's supposed to have originally been approximately that shape. I'm not sure where this little piece goes, and there may have some little pieces that I had just tossed and thrown out that I didn't know what they were, but that's more or less what it looks like. So let me put it on its side. So there's a flat part that comes across, there's a slightly thicker part that comes down, that's what goes in between in this little groove, and then this part is supposed to go on there, but it doesn't want to stay. So I basically have to make something that looks like that. And initially I was just going to try and make a spacer, but then I realized as I was taking it apart and took these little end bits out that, so I was correct, those little end bits were part of it, but now with those out, this rattles all around. So I do need something that sticks underneath there and probably indexes into this little slot. So that's going to be slightly more challenging, but not impossible. So let's see if I might try and glue that together just so it's easier to... I don't think gluing it together is going to keep it together, because I don't know what kind of material this is or if that's possible to super glue, but I might try and super glue it just to see if I can get it back into the correct shape, because that way I can measure it more accurately. Alright, let's try and use some thick super glue to get this thing back together so I have a slight better idea of how big it is. It turns out later I didn't need it, I just measured around it, but it at least told me what the shape was, so I knew what to try and make. So from that perspective, it was useful. And I was actually able to see a little bit better what I needed to make and what ended up actually working. So that part was cool. But yeah, I didn't end up using this much,
but it was useful, so it was a worthwhile exercise to glue it together.
Alright, that glued together well enough to get the sizing, I think. It looks a little bent, and the lighting in here is driving me nuts. It looks a little bent, but you can see it has that little center part on this side that's raised that fits down in the slot. So the way this is supposed to go is it's supposed to be in the slot, and these little tabs are in these little indentations in the sides to hold it in position, and then it screws in from the back to hold it on.
Alright, now time to take a scrap piece of wood, cut it to size, and then adjust it. So I start with just that scrap, then get my rough rasp out and square up the corners a little bit so it's a little bit more square, because this is another one of those days I didn't feel like turning all the power tools on, so I just used the hand tools. I kind of like those days because, you know, if nothing else, anybody can do it this way, more or less. You don't have to have the power tools. So here I'm just working on getting the sizing of the wood to try and get the orientation of it, because it needs to be I did get it to the right length, so that was good. So now I'm working on getting the little indents sorted and just using the saw and chisel to get those little side bits off. Takes a little bit, but that's alright. And I probably should have used a slightly bigger chisel. I switched a little bit later. This was just the 1/8 inch one that I took out originally. That's closer to a 1/2 inch. That went a little bit faster and a little bit easier. And there we go. One side's done. It seems like it's going to fit. Let's do the other side, same way. So cut it at an angle first and just use the chisel to carve out the little corners, and it ends up working pretty good. I did have to go back and retweak it a little bit because you see there it wouldn't quite fit up in, so I had to take a little bit more off on the one side, but that was fine. Then it goes up in and everything fits. So then I realized I forgot to do the little bottom bit. That's fine. So I get a piece of hardboard, cut it to length, and then use the rasp, and then realize it's still too long and it's going to take too long. So set it up in there, and then use the saw to clean off the end, and then just use the rasp and stuff to get it and figure out where it's going to go. Use some more super glue, get that in, and activator on the other side to speed it up a little bit. Press and hold and wait, and that looks like it's going to work. So let's see, does it fit? Does it fit? Oh yeah. Then I realized I needed to trim the side bits down a little bit so they would actually fit up in, because they had to slide across and then go up into place. And there you go. That's much better. Alright, now I have to figure out the drill bit size to go down through, because I have to have a spot for the bolt to go through. Then I got that sorted. And then I realized I just want to take that T-nut out and reuse it versus doing something else. So I put that in, drilled a slightly bigger hole such that it would fit, used the vise to press it in. That screws in. I think we have a winner. Let's see if it fits. Looks like it fits. So I ended up using a little piece of hardboard and just a chunk of pine, and with handsaw and some chisels we have little notches. I even reused the 5/16. I don't know if that's a T-nut or what that is. It's a press. It's one of those press nuts that was in the original plastic, and I figured, well, originally I was just going to put a nut down in, and it's like, wait a second, I'm not using that thing. Let's see if it comes out. It came out. It pressed in. It holds it nice and tight. So it's a nice fit between here and here. It's a nice fit in that little indentation. It has the two little tabs. I see no reason why that won't work just fine. So that's very cool. Very, very cool. So now I get to put it back together. Alright, time to put it back together. See if it's going to work. I think it will. Had to manual tighten that. And there we go. So we went from a broken pile of junk to a nice wood replacement.
that actually works really well. That's very cool. I like it. Now the chair is usable again. Well, not that it wasn't usable, but there's not going to be little pieces of stuff falling everywhere anymore, so that's a plus.
I also ended up making a little spacer block, as you can see there, between where it attaches to the chair. That way it puts it back a little further and is a little more comfortable to sit in.